Hello, this is the network design presentation for WinCor Finance. This was done for SLIIT ACN assignment 2. Basically, the team consists of Mithila, Sean, and Rudesh. We did a network design for a company called WinCor Finance, which is basically a Belgium-based company that wants to outsource to Sri Lanka to start their business in Sri Lanka. And basically, the company wanted to establish 4 branches, one in Hambantota, one in Dambulla, one in Nuwara, and one in Jaffna. And they specifically wanted a DR site that needed to be located in some other location. And we have chosen Mala Bay to be a DR site because the head office is located in Colombo, and it's easy and it's convenient, but it's not in Colombo, but it's out of Colombo, and it's easy to have the connectivity between the data center, which is in the head office, and Mala Bay. And overall, if we consider there are 200 employees, averagely there will be about 100 employees in the head office and 20 for each branch. And when it came to implementing a network, they wanted a network that was secure, that had a lot of redundancy, so that there won't be any problems when it came to any failure in components or anything like that. They wanted a stable solution which had the latest technologies. And now if you look at the company overview, this slide, the head office is in Colombo. The head office actually considered it had actually a data center, and all the other branches and even the mother company is connected to the head office. The mother company is in Belgium, but the branches are connected to the head office using IPVPN. Basically, all the branches, we have used 256 kbps IPVPN connections. Initially, we haven't used this because based on the user requirements, whatever expansion that is needed, we'll be increasing it later on. And as you can see, the disaster recovery site is also connected to the head office. In a few more slides down, we'll explain about how the data center and the DR site is connected. Basically, now when it came to finding out the information, all 3 of us were located in 3 different locations, and sometimes we had difficulties meeting up and talking to each other. So as whenever it was required, we used video conferencing, and we discussed the requirements with each other. And the thing was, now when it came to the design, each and every one of us, we researched different companies. As in, Mithila researched his office, and Rudesh researched his office, and I did the research on my end. And we met different network administrators, chief financial officers, and the procurement departments, how this was done. So before we started designing anything, we needed to find out what was the information that is required, what kind of tools, the technologies that is required, and so forth. Now, the next step that we had to do once we found out information about the tools and the things that are required was to design the head office. That was the office LAN, and this will be done by Mithila.
Thank you, Sean. I'm starting with the head office LAN design, and we also going to explain the branch office LAN. The head office consists of the 3 floors. The first floor allocated for the operation staff, the second floor allocated for the management, HR, salaries, and the audit. The third floor is the most important floor in this building because the data center is established at that floor. The system administrators, system engineers are located on this third floor. When we talk talk about the backbone network, all three floors are connect each other using fiber optic backbone to the core switch. The core switch is consisting with the high performance two layer 3 switches interconnected each other using ether channels. And the voice, when we talking about the voice, previously we are decided to have IP phones, but when we considering the cost, cost of the IP phone is very high. Because of that, we are moving to the Cisco soft phone solution. But in the management staff, we are planning to give the IP phones. When we designing the switches, we are going to the 24 switches, even going to the 48 port switches. Ignoring the point of failure, we are designed to have 24 port switches, and these switches have one capability also, PoE, power over the Ethernet, that facilitate to the IP phones. At the year of business, if the company decide to have IP phones, the old stuff, they are easily plug and play the IP phones after configuration with this existing switch, because the switch have that capability also. In the second floor, we have some video conferencing equipment, because the previously before implementing this network, this management and the other people are always have to travel to the head office, mother company, the Belgium, to get the training. It's cost of the air fees also. For reducing that one, they are planning to have this video conferencing room. This including the virtual classroom and the video conferencing. They are directly connected to the mother company, and they do the interactive way of the video conferencing. These all technologies are here. In addition to that, we have placed 3 wireless access point to each floor for enabling the mobile users to connect it to the head office LAN. When we talk about the voice to the external world, they are connected to the PSTN network using 4 voice gateway routers get from the Cisco, and they are directly connected to the PABX. And these outbound routers only have the 2 pair to improve the redundancy and the high availability and the performance wise. We are planning to have 2 pair of routers with the 2 separate connected to the 2 separate IPS providers. We move to the branch of office. The branch office also get connected to the head office using IP VPN technology, and the edge, they are having 2 pair of routers to ensure the high performance, redundancy and the high availability of the network, and always going to have 2 separate vendors. One is from, if we sample, one is we are getting from the SLT. In the other one, we are going for the another vendor, some Dialog or Mobitel or someone. The branch office also, the fully voice system is going through the Cisco soft phone solution, and also at the IP also enable the connected to the wireless users using the access point. And the switch we are selected for the branch office, that is also having the PoE capabilities. The company wants such a time to improve the voice using the IP phones. They are directly to go to having the IP phone solutions. In the data center, will explained by the Rudesh. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Udesh, and I'm going to explain about the data center. First of all, you can see we have used two pairs of routers here to the high availability and the redundancy. The first pair for the traffic to branch and the mother company, and the next pair for traffic to DR site. So the next you can see we have used two firewalls in the high security zone primary DC segment. This is also for the high availability and the redundancy, as well as the data load balancing. In here in DMZ segment, you can see we have used the remote access control, and for this segment we have used the internet firewall to reduce the slowness of the speed. And the next slide you can see the disaster recovery scenario for our network implementation. In here we have got two types of recoveries. First is when the disaster is in primary site, and the other one is the server failure in the primary site. In here we have got an agreement with the service provider. So when the primary site is down, the service provider will redirect all the traffic to DR site. So the next scenario, server failure in primary site, that means when the primary site server failure in the primary site, the traffic will go through the primary site, but the all data will be accessed through the DR site. In this slide, as I can explain that we have used the warm disaster recovery plan for the implementations, and here but we don't maintain any data centers, as we ask some other third party company to maintain our data centers. So it's really good for the mother company because it reduces the cost. So what we do is implementing and the configuration for the data centers. So the third party company will maintain and update all the data centers. So it will be easy for the administrators and as well as the companies, as it cut down all the costs for us.
Okay, so once we implement this network, it's important, like when it comes to all other projects, that we have to do a review after 6 months. So this review will normally capture like what are the difficulties, problems that are there, and some of the things that we might not actually predict, that we might not see during the operational level. There will be always glitches, problems, performance issues when it's done when it comes into production level. So we have to do a review to find out how the system is behaving. Sometimes the users might say the speed is less. So when the speed is less, we have to consider increasing the bandwidth of the connections between the branches and the data center and everything. And we have to listen to whatever comments they have saying now, like when it comes to adding new employees. Sometimes we might have predicted like less people for the branches, but actually they are planning on hiring more people. So when it comes to situations like that, we have to reallocate and rebudget some of the stuff. And so those kind of stuff that we have to do once we implement the system. And some of the improvements that will be done will be discussed by Mithila.
Thank you, Sean. I am going to talk about these improvements of the network. I will add some point to the Sean's point regarding this increasing the bandwidth due to the system slowness. That scenarios occurred, these network administrators have to monitor how the bandwidth is used. Maybe some application use the higher bandwidth due to the some unusual behaviors of the application. In that kind of scenarios, suddenly going to increase the bandwidth, we can move to the some fine tunings of the application. In this, when we consider first these improvements, our mother company is established at the Belgium site. Now we are using the global VPN to connect it to the head office and the mother company. In the further improvements, we are planning to get the satellite solutions, some calling VSAT solutions to the improve the redundancy, gain another redundancy link with the head office and the mother company. In the planning the when we are planning the video conferencing, sometimes we going to extend that facility the branches also. In the now the initial state, we are only having at the head office only. We are going to extend the that facilities to the branch network. We have to attend some increase of the bandwidth of the VPN. That's kind of things are coming while we are going to operate the network after implementation. Basically, we will call about the gains about this assignment. That will part continue by the Rudesh.
Okay, it's time to have a look back what we have done so far and what we have learned so far. By doing this assignment, actually we have gained the knowledge how to implement a network, how to get organized, how to get stuff done, and what we have to consider, and how especially how to work as a team and how to communicate each other when we are not in the same place. And the next thing is the technology. What are the technology available up to date, and where we are, and what we are using now, and is it really up to date, and it is really necessary to have the technologies. And the next thing is the how to design in a low cost, like how to think like a manager. So actually in the beginning we only consider about the technology and the speed and the performance, but as we grown up, now we know we have to think about the cost as well. The first thing, we have refused some latest technology because of the cost. First we have used a level 3 switch and some telephones, but as the time passes by, we get to know that they are not really necessary. So if we can get rid of these two, we can cut the lots of cost. So that's what we learn. It's not all about technology and the performance, but how you run the business, how we design a network cost effectively. The next thing is what are the requirements, customer requirements, because some customer doesn't really need what we thought we need. And the next thing is we have to look at the future as well, not just implement a network and design it and make it happen, but we have to think about the future, how we gonna upgrade or update it in future. So if we have to add new devices, how to add these devices, so we have to implement and design the network for the future use as well.
So finally, I would like to thank Mr. Tilak for investing his time in disseminating his knowledge on and helping us to design a proper network. And I would like to thank my team members and everybody who helped to make this presentation a success. Thank you.